Hi students, welcome to Vijayata IAS Academy Current Affairs class. In this video, let us see what are the important news items for UPSC examination. Here, how to select and what dimensions we should study. These are the important aspects which we are going to cover. First of all, you should always keep the syllabus with you. And over a period of time, you should remember the syllabus. Whenever you see the headline of a news item, then you should be able to say which part of the syllabus is covered with this particular news item. Now let us see how to do that approach and how to see various dimensions by seeing the news item. Here, one news is saying that Supreme Court lifts stay on Haryana quota for private jobs. This news is related to Haryana legislation, which is giving 75% reservation to the locals in industries. So this is the issue. So this issue is saying today that Supreme Court lifts stay on Haryana quota for private jobs. It is talking about earlier High Court of Punjab and Haryana High Court. It stayed the legislation passed by Haryana legislature, saying that it is not interim stay was given. Now Haryana government went to Supreme Court challenging the order of High Court. Now Supreme Court said the reason there is no proper reason in setting aside or giving interim stay. So it lifts the ban on Haryana 75% reservation quota bill or law. So this is about this particular issue. Now what are the issues we have to see in this issue? Now it is talking about reservation. So now reservations, here first of all we have to see what are the key terms in this particular news. Supreme Court, High Court, legislation. So these are all related to polity. Now it is part of GS2. Now how to evolve various dimensions out of this. Now this is very important issue. Now it is talking about reservation. So now within this reservation, now it is part of fundamental rights. Fundamental rights, their reservation issue comes. Then it is related to constitution. Then it is main focusing on 75% of jobs should be given to the locals. So on one issue, GS2 polity related aspects should be covered in this item. Now if you see economic angle, if you see the economic angle, it is talking about employment. So here you have to see employment situation in the country, and why some state governments are passing such legislations, particularly giving preference to the locals. So it is about unemployment. So in economic angle, GS3 comes here. Economy part, employment and unemployment. So you have to study about these angles, and also related to industries. Now industries, there is an issue here. Industries want human resources which are required for the suitable particular job. Now if a state government impose 75% of the locals should be there in a particular job, that means industries are not getting freedom to choose the people from anywhere in the country. So now it is going against the principle that India as a single economic unit. So single economic unit. So treating entire India as a single economic unit, this particular principles now is under stress. Now this is the issue. Now here you have to see, like, if many state governments pass such laws, then it will be like restricting the movement of people from one state to the other. So now as an economic unit also it will hinder, it will create additional problems in future. So it will hinder national integration. So we should see entire India as one country, one unit, so that people can move freely anywhere, anytime in the country. So now one of the clauses of fundamental rights also says Indians or Indian citizen can move anywhere, any part of the Indian territory. So this principle again is under stress. So these are the various issues we have to see with this particular news item. Now come to the next issue. It is saying about Singapore PM's speech uncalled for, says India. So this issue is about related to India's image in international fora. So here Singapore PM quoted India in a lighter note or in a way where he tarnishes the image of India. So he is saying that once after independence India's image was good, but today many people in parliament are facing criminal charges. So he was quoting in his parliament that if Singapore do not take the steps to control corruption, Singapore also will become like India. And not only India, he quoted USA also, United Kingdom also. So in this context, India said this is uncalled for. Now India's image will tarnish if such kind of message is given by a leader like him. So this is one issue. In this context, what you have to see is how India is seen at the international level and what are the various issues with respect to international image. For example, what is the corruption perception index at the world level, and also how the corruption is impacting the international image of India. So this is how you have to see various developmental parameters, how India is faring at international fora. International organizations are there, they are giving so many reports like corruption perception index and freedom of journalism, and there are many issues. So you have to see in that angle how India is viewed by other countries or other international organizations. So this news covers about those issues. The news is only about a particular statement given by a particular leader, but you should be able to connect various issues related to that particular issue. Now next issue is, it is talking about something NSE. Now here you will see the key terms like National Stock Exchange. So you should be able to know what is National Stock Exchange National Stock Exchange, and SEBI, Securities and Exchange Board of India. So in GS2 there is a syllabus, regulatory authorities. In regulatory authorities we get institutions like SEBI, and it is something related to passing insider information to the outsiders. So it is something related to fair business, and if the people who are occupying the top post in such organization should not share secret information with outsiders, because it will affect the fair play in the business industry. So this is about what is the role of SEBI, what is the role of NSE, and related to NSE there is BSE also, Bombay Stock Exchange, and it is related to capital market. So you have to see what is capital market, and this issue is something related to, this is probe is going on, something may be related to money laundering, and this is related to stock exchange. So money laundering issue also can be involved in this. So we have to see in paper 2 regulatory authorities, and in paper 3 securities market, financial investments and money laundering issues. Such issues should be seen in this particular issue. Now next issue, why blame Nehru, asks ex-PM Manmohan Singh. So it is a news which is it is a statement directly coming from ex-prime minister. That's why this news is important, and you have to see what are the issues he highlighted in this particular statement. So he is talking about various economic related issues like mismanagement of the economy and farmers stir and price rise, unemployment and foreign policy. So these are various issues that he highlighted. So we have to analyze as a neutral aspirant that what is the developments that are going on for the last few years in these dimensions. So what is the foreign policy of the present government, and we have to analyze in both ways what are the advantages and what are the success What are the successful steps in foreign policy and what are the limitations in the foreign policy of the present government? If we compare both ways, we will get the proper assessment of the present foreign policy. Similarly, what is the condition of unemployment? What is the condition of inflation? So those are various issues that he highlighted. So you have to see this news is only saying about a few words, but we have to connect with our syllabus, and now we have to connect with the GS2, 3, 4 or 1 wherever it fits. Now come to the next page. Now here there is a news related to Mullaperiyar Dam. So news is about Kerala seeks review of 2014 Supreme Court verdict on Mullaperiyar Dam. Here it is talking about a particular dam. Now by seeing this, if you read this news, then you will get different dimensions. You should question yourself, what is Mullaperiyar Dam, where it is located, what is the issue between Kerala and Tamil Nadu, and here you will see it is related to water dispute. Now what is the role of Supreme Court in deciding the water disputes between states? And also there is related to original jurisdiction of Supreme Court, like original jurisdiction, appellate jurisdiction. So something disputes between two states, under what category, which jurisdiction is, which part of the jurisdiction now handles this particular issue. So original jurisdiction of Supreme Court deals directly the disputes between states. So you have to see Supreme Court, the original jurisdiction, and Mullaperiyar, and geographic aspect also. Now this news is talking about disasters. So now flood situation, and this dam, if properly not handled, Kerala is saying there is a danger of flood in future because of erratic rainfall. And so you have to see disaster management issues, flood management, because it also says one particular incident last year, that is Chamoli disaster that took place in Uttarakhand. In Uttarakhand there was a huge flood due to avalanches. So because of this Mullaperiyar Dam, you have to see the moment if you read the news, you should be able to connect with other issues and related aspects. Now second one, central team inspects damage to Kharif crops in Rajasthan. This is talking about, here the moment you read this news, you should be able to connect what is Kharif crop, and damages means now agriculture. Whenever there is damage to the agriculture, is there any insurance mechanism in India, and how to improve it? What are the various challenges of agriculture with respect to climate change? It is talking about drought also. Now we have to see what are the causes for drought and how it affects livelihood of millions of people. This news is only a triggering point to your brain, and you should be able to think so many dimensions that this news becomes just one of the examples of your complete understanding of the issue. Then here is one important news. Center will spend 3 lakh crore for roads in AP, says Gadkari. So it is talking about infrastructure development. Road and transportation, it is part of GS3. Here you can use this news as one of the examples when you are reading about road and transportation. So here you have to talk about, you have to see various dimensions like what is the present road network in India, and what is the role of road and transportation in economic growth, and how different markets of India can be integrated with the proper road infrastructure. So these are, he is talking about 22 greenfield express highways. So what are greenfield express highways? So those are the issues you have to see in this news item. Then here is another news. Vizag to come under security blanket for fleet review. It is talking about Milan exercise. So here Milan exercise, you have to know what is Milan exercise. Now these are exercises among various countries. Various countries participate in this naval exercise. So Navy power. Now it is Vizag. Vizag means Bay of Bengal. Now you have to see the map also. Always keep map also with you, so that whenever something related to geography comes, you will be able to clearly visualize the images. So now Bay of Bengal, it is closely now connected with Southeast Asian countries. Now this is also the area where it is close to South China Sea, where issues are going on with respect to China bullying the neighboring countries. Now recently India also talked about free maritime navigation in Quad. So under this context, you have to see what is Milan, Navy, and what is the role of maritime transportation in economy, how India can improve relations with the Southeast Asian countries, and in international relations, earlier there was a policy, Look East policy. Later it became Act East policy. So now we have to see what is Act East policy, how India can improve relations with Southeast Asian countries. After developing Southeast Asian countries relations, how it will help India's economy and how it will help India's stature at international level. So we have to see those dimensions. News becomes only one of the examples of complete picture. Next, this is something related to third wave. So here you have to see about what is first wave. It is talking about COVID-19, third wave, and after reading this article, you should be able to see what is first wave, what is second wave, what is third wave, what are the variants. Because in the second wave, it was Delta variant that has caused so much disaster for the country. Now you have to see, now you have to connect. This becomes one of the example of your main understanding of health infrastructure. How health infrastructure should be improved, and if in future, if such disasters take place, how India should cope immediately. And you connect with the vaccination program also, how India handled the third wave properly, because what are the challenges India faced in second wave and what lessons we learned and how we controlled third wave, and if there is any new wave, how India should be resilient, how should have resilient health infrastructure. So here you connect various issues after reading this news item. Then here it is talking about India has still to get a good grip on road safety. It is something related to road safety. Etching a trade line to bond beyond oil, and India UAE free trade agreement. Here it is about India and UAE. UAE is a Gulf country. Here it is talking about free trade agreement. You study about what is free trade agreement and what are the relations between India and UAE, what India exports, what are the exports of India to UAE, and what are the imports from UAE, and how India and UAE relations can become helpful at international fora as well. So here you will find Gulf Cooperation Council. You should know what are the members of Gulf Cooperation Council and how this is only talking about UAE. Now you have to see how India's relations with Arab countries and what are the various cooperations and what are the various issues we are having with Arab countries. So these are the things which you have to see after reading this particular news item. Then it is talking about a planetary adjustment. It is about Prime Minister's statement on environment related. Now this issue is talking about how what kind of steps are required for strong resilient environment. So here you will find one keyword also, GAIA, Gaia hypothesis. What is that hypothesis? You should know what is that hypothesis, and you connect with various climate change related developments. So what is climate change? What is biodiversity? What are the steps taken by Indian government for controlling the climate change, and what are the various international organizations which are working to mitigate climate change. So these are the issues which this particular news item will trigger. Next one is the post Cold War security order changing. Recently news is going on, or the issue is going on between Russia and Ukraine. So Russian troops are moving around Ukraine. Western countries are saying that at any time Russia may invade Ukraine, but Russia is saying it is only part of military exercise. It is not going to do anything, but Russia has legitimate concerns with respect to NATO. So it is seen as like a new Cold War, and also security angle after the Cold War. In 1991, USSR got disintegrated. So entire world community breathed to life that this was the end of Cold War. Now no more such kind of Cold War may take place in future. But today a new kind of security threats are emerging in the eastern borders. On one hand, Russia is accusing Western countries and NATO, saying that NATO is expanding to its borders. On the other hand, NATO is saying it is open, any country can come and join in this alliance. Russia is saying when there is no Cold War, what is the purpose of NATO? Because NATO was created during Cold War time period. Now this article is discussing about is the post Cold War security order changing? How Europe should see new security architecture, how Russia should see new security architecture, what is the relevance of NATO. So those are the various things you will be able to you should understand after reading this particular item. Next, this is a continuity of front page. Supreme Court lifts stay on Haryana quota for private jobs. This already covered in the front page. Jaishankar leaves for Germany, France, focus remains on Russia. Now in this context, recently India participated in Quad group. Quad group, now on one hand, it was seen like a group, a security group against China. So India said it is not against any particular country, it is only as part of India's security arrangement. And also it said that Indian foreign minister clarified that it is talking about developmental issues like vaccination, free navigation and economic development and climate change aspects. That is one aspect. On the other hand, Ukraine and Russia issue is going on. Now it is splitting the international community between two sides. On one hand, USA led Western European countries. On the other hand, Russia and its allies. Now India, what stand India should take between Russia and USA. Now this is always a challenge for countries like India. Even during Cold War time period also, it was a major challenge for small countries. That is why under the leadership of India, non-alignment NAM was created. So it was a movement where we never aligned with either communist bloc or with capitalist bloc. So we wanted an independent foreign policy. Our foreign policy should not be dependent on any particular big country. So that is why India always tried to maintain neutral posture, and in this case also India is always saying that such kind of security issues should be solved with diplomatic means, through peaceful means. No military should be used to solve legitimate issues. So always India takes that stand. Now Jaishankar leaves for Germany, France, focus remains on Russia. So India should maintain good relations on both sides. India again backs diplomacy at UNSC. So India always go for global institutions like United Nations Security Council and United Nations to solve such kind of issues. Always it's a diplomatic solution is the only solution. Otherwise it will affect the entire peace of entire world. International anarchy will take place, and global governance and diplomatic solutions should be the main means of solving such conflicts. So now this is a kind of diplomatic issue. Now both sides, both USA try to garner the support from many countries, and Russia also try to garner support from many countries. Now countries like India, the opinion of countries like India becomes important, and we also should safeguard our national interest, because we have good relations with the Western countries also, we have good relations with Russia also. We should not antagonize any of these members. So this is a major challenge for foreign policy. Now foreign minister, now he is trying to do diplomacy to mitigate this particular issue. Next, it is talking about conviction rate in human trafficking cases declining. So it is talking about human trafficking. So you should be able to know what is human trafficking, what is the condition of human trafficking in India. Now, human trafficking means many states are involved from one state to the other state. So, coordination among states is required. So, we have to see interstate relations and what are the various constitutional arrangements, what are the rights of people also moving from one state to the other state, but at the same time, criminals are committing crime in one state and moving to the other state. So, how security agencies will handle such crimes. And it is also talking about conviction rate. That means those who are accused of the crime or perpetrator of the crime should be convicted immediately. But there are delays in the conviction rate. That is why there are delays in the justice system. It goes against the speedy delivery system, justice delivery system. So you have to see what are the limitations in existing judicial system and how to improve the efficiency of judicial system. That becomes one of the examples. India UAE to sign trade pact today. So it is about relations between India and UAE, Gulf country, Gulf Cooperation Council, India and West Asian relations. Next issue, draft laws on refugee rights need revision. So it is talking about refugee rights. If someone takes asylum in India, what should be the basic human rights for them? And there is one convention also in this news. It is talking about United Nations Refugee Convention. India is not a part of United Nations Refugee Convention. So this can be a question whether India is a part of this convention or not. And here one organization, National Human Rights Commission. So rights issue, the regulatory bodies and quasi-judicial bodies and other constitutional and statutory bodies. So such kind of issues you can see by reading this news item. Then once again, this is talking about Russia and Ukraine issue that will go on for few more days. Now here there is one important news related to G20. G20 finance ministers meeting. So G20 finance ministers and central bank governors meeting took place, and in this meeting she said that international community should support, or there should be a multilateral arrangement which support low income nations and middle income nations. For example, when there are pandemic situations like now, like due to COVID-19 pandemic, low income countries and middle income countries are major hit because of lack of employment, and entire economy came to standstill. So during such conditions, there should be a multilateral arrangement to support low and middle income nations to improve the welfare of the people. So you have to see about various multilateral organizations which are working for the welfare of various countries. In that context, you can see World Bank, IMF also, in Asian Development Bank and New Development Bank. So such kind of new organizations which are working for, or which are financially assisting various developing nations. So these are various important issues. So news is only becomes one of the examples of your major spectrum, major broader idea. You should always remember the syllabus, always keep syllabus with you, and over a period of time entire syllabus will stick to your brain. It becomes easier for you to select the news item also, and also to think about various dimensions with given news item. So these are the various important issues that are to be covered for today's newspaper. So you can come back. So you can categorize after doing everything. Once again, you can categorize also which are national issues, which are international issues, which are security issues, which are economy related issues. So this segregation also will help you to broadly understand what economic development happened in today's newspaper, in yesterday, and what are the political issues or the polity related issues, GS2 issues, what are the major issues, international, what are the major issues. You should always keep complete framework where these news items becomes one of the examples of your main understanding. So these are the various issues that are to be covered for today's newspaper. So this is that. Thank you.